Hello and welcome back to the December 10th edition of Huskies Weekend Recap. I'm your host, Alexis Pearson. Let's jump right in with some hockey talk, as it was a huge weekend for Huskies hockey as both the men's and women's team were at home this weekend. The men's team hosted the Omaha Mavericks, and the Huskies were looking to get back in the win column after last weekend's series ended in a tie both nights. On Friday, the Huskies would jump to an early lead as Jack Paling would net a goal less than 2 minutes into the first. In the second period, Captain Jimmy Schultz would add to that lead on the power play to put the Huskies up 2-0. That score would hold for the remainder of the game, with David Rennick getting the shutout, stopping all 18 shots sent his way. Night 2 saw a similar start to the game as the Huskies once again found the back of the net less than 2 minutes into the game. This time it would be Blake Lazat getting the goal. However, Zach Jordan of the Mavericks would answer 5 minutes into the second to tie the game at 1. But that would be all she wrote for the Mavericks, as the Huskies would go on to score 6 unanswered goals. 13 different Huskies would tally points on the night, including Blake Lazat, Nick Paling, and Nick Perbix, who each finished with 2 points in this 7-1 finish. Huskies get the sweep and advance to 13-1-2 going into the new year. The women's hockey team also played host this weekend as WCHA rival number 1 Wisconsin Badgers came to town. The Badgers got the best of the Huskies on Friday, scoring 5 times before the Huskies would tally one of their own. Halfway through the second period, Hallie Theodosopoulos would bury the biscuit on the power play to cut into the Badgers' lead, but the Badgers would outscore the Huskies 3-1 the remainder of the game to win 8-2 and hand the Huskies their 14th loss of the season. The Badgers would once again get the first goal on Saturday, but this time the Huskies would tie at halfway through the second with a goal from Jana Haig. But the Badgers would go up 2-1 late in the third period with a goal from Mackenzie Steffen, and they would add an empty net to finish the Huskies off with a score of 3-1. The Huskies get swept for the 6th time this season and fall to 5-15-1 overall. The basketball teams were also in action this weekend. The men took a trip to Bismarck, North Dakota on Friday to take on the University of Mary Marauders. The game would be all tied up at halftime, each team with 41 points apiece, but a 35-point second half by the Huskies would get them the win, holding the Marauders to only 23 points in the second half. Gage Davis would dominate for the Huskies with 25 points, 3 blocks, and a steal, while Sean Smith would also contribute to the victory with 17 points, 5 blocks, and a steal himself. On Saturday, the Huskies traveled to Minot State to take on the Beavers. Minot would lead at halftime by a score of 31-29, but once again, the Huskies would dominate in the second half, outscoring the Beavers 47-38. Gage Davis would have the most points on the night for either team with 28, shooting nearly 58% from the field. Diamond Onwuka would also add to the Huskies' lead with 15 points of his own. This puts the Huskies at 7-2 overall on the season. The women's basketball team was also in action against the University of Mary Marauders. The Huskies would lead by 2 points after 3 quarters, but the Marauders would outscore the Huskies 25-11 in the 4th quarter to secure the win late. Madeline Damon would lead the Huskies in points on the night with 13. On Saturday, the Huskies would look for better results against the Minot State Beavers. At halftime, the Huskies would trail 36-21, only tallying 3 points in the second quarter. But a strong second half would get the Huskies the win. Madeline Damon would once again tally the most points for the Huskies with 16, adding 2 steals as well. Tori Wartz also played well with 10 points and a steal. This is the Huskies' first win in the month of December, putting them at 4-3 overall. And last but not least is the wrestling team, who, to no one's surprise, dominated once again. On Saturday, the Huskies once again hosted the annual Holiday Inn Huskies Open. With a chance to put on a show for the home crowd, they did just that. Devin Fitzpatrick won the most prestigious award of the day by earning the John Oxton Tournament Most Valuable Wrestler Award. Fitzpatrick battled his way to victory in several close matches, including a win by decision in the championship round in the open division for the 165-pound weight class. Joy Bianchini, Gannon Hughes, Hunter Grau, Tyree Overton, and Brady Reichstad also earned first-place victories on the day. As a reminder, the men's hockey team will host the USA U18 team on December 27th at 6 p.m. All tickets are just $10 and youth are free, so come out and enjoy some hockey after the holidays. Well, that does it for this calendar year's weekend recap. I will see you all in the new year. Thanks for watching, and go Huskies!